What's going on, guys? It's Inspector Freck here, and today I'm bringing you a domination gameplay on the map Dome. And this gameplay is actually from about 20 minutes ago. I just got done playing. Well, as I'm recording this, not 20 minutes ago as you're watching, because that would be impossible. But anyway, you see I'm using this shotgun. The only reason I even use this in the first place is I want a gold shotgun, and this is the first one on the list, so fuck it. I really don't like shotguns. But it's, part of it is maybe a possible series I'm working on. I'm gonna wait to see how loyal I stick to my idea before I introduce it. But as you can tell by the title of the video, this video is gonna be one of the major common misconceptions about life, really, and it is like I said, you can tell from the title, is about people's false sense of idea who has power and what is power. And I'm referring to something like a presidency or a community manager for COD. I'll tell you what I mean. I'll relate it I'll start with Robert Bowling, because you guys clearly all like gaming. Robert Bowling, simply put, has about as much control over what kind of shit goes down, and he was about as responsible for what goes into the game or doesn't go into the game. He was about as responsible as President Obama is. He has a voice. He doesn't have a say, though. There's a big difference. He has a voice in that when he has an idea or he gets an idea from us, he relays the message, but he doesn't have the ability to make any final decisions. He doesn't have the ability to actually make a difference by himself. Now, you're saying to yourself, I know a lot of you teenagers are sitting here going, "Oh, how does it relate to the presidency?" This is a major misconception a lot of people have. The president is essentially just like a community manager. He has zilch. He has slightly more power because he has the ability to veto a bill. But in reality, he vetoes a bill. It goes back through. If it gets passed again, I believe it's by 3/4 vote, something like that. Then it doesn't matter what the fuck he says. It doesn't matter how many times he appeals it or vetoes the bill. It's a law at that point. So he really doesn't have any say. And you think about it that way, a president and a community manager are essentially just punching bags for the public. In reality, Obama's not making shit decisions or not doing anything. It's the people around him, the people in office, the people in the House and the Senate. It's those people that aren't doing anything. Those are the people that are sitting down every day thinking of laws or thinking of ways to make this country better, and they're not, or they aren't, or they're not coming up with something agreeable. And really, the best analogy I've heard is from a comedian, Lewis Black. If you don't know who he is, you definitely go check him out. He's hilarious. He said the Democrats, which for those of you who don't know is Obama's party, the Democrats are a party of people with no ideas, and the Republicans, which is like George Bush's party, are people of bad ideas. And that's really true. That's it. As much as people want to, trust me, I'll be the first one to fucking get in line to point fingers at the Bush administration. But in reality, yeah, he let a whole bunch of bullshit pass through. He may have had a hand in some of our fucking our downward spiral, but it's not all his fault. He's not Saddam Hussein, or he's not Fidel Castro. He didn't he didn't single-handedly take this country by the balls and chop it off. He really didn't. But on the other hand, his goons, his cronies that he fucking brought in the office with him, his buddies that happened to be on the House and the Senate and everything, they fucked him up. Those Republicans, they came up with shitty ideas of ways to ruin our country, and Bush said, "Sounds shitty enough to me." So if you want to make kind of comparison, Robert Bowling was like a Democrat in the political world. He sat back and did nothing. And I guess Vonderhaar would be like Clinton, who actually didn't sit back and do nothing. He sat back and only made good ideas come out. And yeah, I'm comparing Vonderhaar to Bill Clinton. I think personally, I was very young when it happened, but reading into the history and presidency and all that kind of shit, I really think hands down Bill Clinton was our best president. You look at the kind of things he did, the kind of shitty government and the shitty place our country was in when he came into office, and the amazing country we were when he got out of it. And we're not talking about war. I'm talking mainly about debt, because that's what helps a country. That's what helps the people. Yeah, wars are good and everything, keeps your country safe, but we have armies for that. We have, that's not something that affects everyday people. Regardless of who the presidency is or anything, you're always going to have an army. You're always going to have protection. So, I really do think Bill Clinton was our best president. And just like I said, I really think he's Vandahar is the Bill Clinton of community managers. How did I not fucking hit that guy? Man, look at that. I think that Vandahar is, like I said, the Bill Clinton of community managers, because he took a pile of shit, which is Treyarch. Think about it, back at World at War, it was a pile of shit. He took a pile of shit, which was formerly known, is known as Treyarch. And he turned it into gold. He turned it into the Treyarch of New. And, not so much by his decisions, but by his influence, by his communication, by him doing his job to the fullest, and going not only to the fullest, but going above and beyond. And, I guess I'm kind of getting off topic, but like I said, that's that's the false reality some people are under, that, presidents and community managers and that, like, people like that, like, supervisors even at your job, have like this fucking, the ability to do whatever the fuck they want or change the world like superheroes and shit. And when the reality of it is, they really don't. They don't have the ability to do fucking shit. They don't have the ability to do anything. But like I said, a president can sit there and go, I don't like that, and then he can come around 6 weeks later and fucking pass whatever he didn't like anyway. He really doesn't have much of a say. Like I said, he's really just a punching bag, like Robert Bowling was. He didn't have the ability to fucking realistically sit there and say, fuck these shotguns. We're nerfing them in the next patch. He would say, hey, the people want the shotguns patched. They're overpowered. And they'd say, fuck you, fuck your game. We don't really give a shit. We got our money. We're out. And, there's nothing really you can do with that. Like I said, it's essentially the same kind of shit that goes on in the presidency. You can sit there and go, hey, people don't, the majority of people don't have a problem with marijuana legalization. And the government can go, we don't give a shit. We're old crusty little fuckers, and we don't like fucking marijuana. It ruined our children. I hate my old man impression because I have a feeling I'm gonna sound like that when I'm older. But look at this guy in the corner. I'll watch this in a minute here. Fuck out of the corner, boy. It's sad because so many people are gonna point, like I said, I think the Bush administration was shit and maybe one of our worst of all time. But people point the finger at him, and it's largely his fault of the people he helped to get into office and the things he allowed to pass. But I mean, that's why I can't stand playing. Like, what made me think about this was tonight. I'm playing in a lobby. I think it was actually this one. And people are saying, people on our team in in the lobby after this game, we're saying how Obama is such a shitty president. I'm sitting there going, how do you think? What qualifies him as a shitty president? Is it the same kind of shit that he's not even doing near the kind of shit. Nothing's getting the bad shit's not getting through nearly as much as the Bush administration was. How is he a shitty president? Why? Because he's black and you're a racist? That doesn't make him a shitty president because he's black and you're a racist. That makes you a racist because you're a racist. I don't get, if anything with Bush's administration, Bush's administration, shit went down. We went from being a great country with a whole shitload of money. Everything was where we wanted to be with Bill Clinton. Fucking Bush took over, and look where we are afterwards. We're still feeling the effects. 4 years later, and it's really hard to take a blown up building and reconstruct it by yourself, pretty much, because the House and Senate is still primarily made up of Republicans. And when all the Republicans are still backing Bush's decisions, it's really hard. It's really hard to get anything done. And like I said, it's like Lewis Black said, really, it's a party of no decisions. So I mean, shit's not getting fixed right away, but shit's not getting any worse, is it? Yeah. So gas prices maybe a little bit, but if you think about it, actually, like I know gas right now is like 3.22 from where I live anyway. That's right around where it was about 6 years into the Bush administration. So I think we're gaining back ground. Clearly not as quick as we lost ground, but if you save, like, think about it as money wise. If you save up $6,000 in your bank and you go out and you take that $6,000 and you buy a brand new car for 6,000, or not brand new, but a used car for $6,000, you can expect to turn around in 2 weeks after you get paid and have $6,000 in your pocket. It takes a while to build back up to the to eliminate your shitty decisions, your debt, your all that kind of shit. It takes a while. How the fuck aren't I killing him? It takes a while to get out of debt. It's a whole lot easier to get yourself in debt than out of debt. And just like Infinity Ward, they're really fucked. They got, I hate to say it, but I believe it was JD 2020 was the community manager before Robert Bowling. And JD 2020 sat back on his ass and didn't do a whole lot of shit, and almost encouraged all the shitty stuff. And Robert Bowling reaped the punishments for it. Anyway, guys, I just ended up going 53-21, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.